as I mentioned, I have a special guest with me today. And this is not to be taken lightly. This is bomb_blasian, 2 N's, okay? We are not playing.
She said Big B.
Big B.
Not
2
the little
B's,
one.
double B. Don't
Not the little
play. Listen, Kayla, she does her thing on TikTok. I mentioned briefly in the beginning, she had a viral video. But a couple of things I have to give you your flowers because this is your moment. This is where we talk about your video. You hop on all the right trends. You have used all the right sounds. Your content is really in depth on like how I feel like women can relate to it. Like you talk about dating. I told you I love some of your dating ones and that didn't work out. Like I love those ones. And I think you're just very transparent in your own way. Cause like we've also mentioned, like I've known you since middle school. So I know that's like your way that you're kind of just showing people like, this is my life. And I think what probably blew up the most, and you correct me if I'm wrong, is when you show people your 4 different lives, correct?
Right.
And your 4 different lives, I will tell them, but then I'm going to ask Kayla a couple questions. So Kayla had a video that got, I believe it was at 1.6 or 1.8. I'm sorry. Thank you. 1.8 million views talking about her 4 different lives because Kayla is a boss bitch. Ooh, okay. Just like it's Blonde Blasian, BB, boss bitch, okay. BB.
She said it, not me.
Kayla does a lot though. Like you are currently an investigator and also studying for your LSATs. Mm-hmm. And then you are also a volleyball coach.
Right.
Private chef. And then a bottle girl.
Yep.
So Kayla wears many, many hats. I have to respect that. I literally feel that on a deep level because I know what it's like to wear many hats. And it's hard for people to understand, especially with so many complex different fields that you work in. Right. It's like one field you're coming in and you're like, hi, how are you today? And the next you're coming in like, hey! Swear to God. But you make it do what it do. So Kayla, tell me first, let's like start easy into it. What was it like going viral? Like, how did you feel when you started to notice your video got traction?
So my cousin, Jalea, actually, she is very big on TikTok. She has a huge following. Like, she's beyond me. Go follow her too, Jalea Monet on TikTok. She encouraged me. She's like, make TikToks. People would be so inspired and be like interested in your different lives. You do so much because she's one of my best friends. And I'm like, okay. So one day I literally happened to be like sitting in her house in Columbus. Mm-hmm. And I put this TikTok together because it was a trend hopping on, like, people showing that there are multiple lives.
Right.
And I did it. And overnight, like, I woke up, I had to turn my notifications off. I was like, what?
It's overwhelming.
Like, it just kept going. It just kept going. And my cousin's like, I told you. I told you why you wait so long. You could have been getting paid. And I'm like, dang.
She's like, welcome to death row.
Swear she was. She's like, yeah, you're a TikTok creator now. So it was exciting. It was also a little bit nerve-wracking, and it made me anxious and nervous about it just because of my other jobs and them now knowing all of my jobs. Because I'm going to be very transparent and honest. This season, I'm not coaching volleyball. I'm not coaching a high school team. That video that went viral was seen by some of the parents that, were on my team at the high school that I did coach at. And they complained to the school board. I feel like I was a great coach last season, don't get me wrong, but some parents were mad that I had cuts. I cut people. I didn't let people play. I played my best players. That's how it was taught. I played college volleyball. Like, I'm here to win.
Yeah.
And my athletic director was on board. He loved me. He wanted me to come back. He said it was the school board that, this bottle service job is just...
That was the one.
That was the one.
That was the one.
And for me, I told them in my interview up front, I make more here in a night than I make in a season in volleyball. So
Oh yeah.
Take that with what you will. I'm not leaving that job. So hire me at your discretion. It was always just don't tell the kids or promote it to the kids, which I never did.
You should be able to have multiple.
Yeah. So that was probably the only part. As far as my office job as an investigator, no one at my job cared. They're all legal jobs. I can do freely whatever I choose to. My office is very accepting. They're sweet, kind, genuine people. I love them. I love all my coworkers. If you don't know, I'm in the public defender's office of Allegheny County.
Okay.
And we, in my opinion, have one of the best public defender's offices in the nation because we genuinely do care about the client. And, they make work enjoyable for me. I literally love my job. I'm not going to speak that much on it because I am my own person and being, and I don't want to say right now that I'm representing my office. Of course, but that is one of my jobs, and I love that job. And they are here for it. They love my shenanigans. I come and work and tell them about my dating life. So there's that.
So before I get more into some of the stuff you mentioned a lot. I had to fix my necklace while we was talking to because it kept twisting around. But you mentioned a lot that I actually want to take from. But one of the things I want to ask you, have you ever seen For the People? It was an ABC show. It was a Shonda Rhimes show, actually.
I feel like I started, yes. I think I started it, but I didn't finish it.
It's about these, like, basically these younger attorneys work for public defenders, and then the other one works for the DA. Oh. So it's like one is public defenders, one is the DA, but they also collaborate a lot. But For the People, it's like basically talking about how the public defenders kind of really work heavy and how the DA, like, also works against, but they kind of work together, and how they really were intersected to try to make things work out. Pretty interesting show. I just had to segue that because it's a good show. But I want to dive into that part that you mentioned about your job, because I'm not gonna lie, I went viral as well, as you know, or we wouldn't be sitting here on this show. Help me find him. And at the time I was transitioning jobs, and my biggest fear was that my new job, somebody would notice, like, that's that girl from TikTok.
Yes.
Especially because you don't know who's on what platform.
And everyone has TikTok now.
Exactly.
I mean, all my coworkers have TikTok. I've actually parked in my parking garage before, and a girl came up to me like, "Oh my God, you're that girl from TikTok," and I'm like, how in the hell? Like, I'm not no celebrity in Pittsburgh or anything like that. I'm a very humble and genuine person. So, like, I was just like, what TikTok?
Where the hell is 1 month,
I was like, what TikTok did you see? And she was like, the 4 jobs. And I was like, oh, okay. And she was like, you inspired me. But she was real sweet.
Because it was inspirational. It shouldn't be taken as anything less. I have to say, like, your volleyball team, unfortunately, parents sometimes can be...
Parents are like that. So.
But they missed out.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, what you were doing is very inspirational for young girls. Yeah. To tell them that they can do multiple things, wear multiple hats, and kill it in every area. So.
That was my point. Like, I'm not going to box myself into one thing. I love doing a million things. I want to start a seasoning line. I want to open restaurant someday. Like, I love cooking. I love coaching. I want to be a mom. I want to be a wife.
Kayla bring some food.
I should have brought food. That should have been a segment. Like, I bring some food. We'll do that next season.
It will be season 2. Season 2, Kayla's going to bring me food.
Yes. I bring some food and we'll taste it. I'm going to make some oxtail or something.
Ooh, I would love that.
Got the best oxtail in the city, but.
Oh, okay. Look, now I'm going to put that on my list because, I would need to try it. I can barely cook. Like, that's a lot. Because just in case the man that I'm dating is watching that, I can cook.
She can cook, bae.
I can cook, bae. I can cook, okay? But I'm always willing to learn a couple lessons. But speaking about baes, since we got on the subject of baes, so how did that affect your dating life, like, in general? Like, not even before the video came out, but just having all those different hats that you wear, how was that, balancing that and dating?
So, I would say it's still easy. I mean, I don't know how. So many of my close friends be like, how do you live? Like, you literally are going off the wall. Like, you're constantly doing something. I just, as a Virgo, I like having multiple hats, and I just can't stop. I didn't know you were a Virgo. I cannot stop.
I'm a Virgo.
Really? Yeah. Shut up. Yes, Virgos, like, I love getting money. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a hustling ass bitch. My mom raised me to have multiple jobs, not to depend on no man. So I'm gonna get it however I have to get it legally.
Beyonce was a Virgo. Is a Virgo. Michael Jackson was a Virgo
too.
Like
everybody great is a Virgo.
Thank you.
Beyonce's work ethic shows like that's a Virgo. That's me.
How we
like,
do.
Literally, that's how I move. But no, as far as like dating, I feel like as of lately it hasn't really affected it. Guys do be like, oh, you're like super busy, and I'm like, okay, either you can get with it or you like I'm not gonna stop any of my jobs for you. That's my life. Get with it. You should want a woman that wants to get her own. No offense to the women that are stay-at-home wives, moms, whatever. That's just not me. Exactly, I want my own money. I want to hustle. I want a career. And I think that video is what encouraged me because for a long time I put my true goals aside because I was just like, can I do all of them at once? Or do I have time because my maternal clock is ticking, people say, reaching 30 soon, like no kids, no husband. So I put law school off. I wasn't sure. I was like, if I go to law school, that's 3 years, like by then I'm gonna be in my 30s. Like, do I want to? I want to be a mom. And this year it just showed me. It was a lot of the encouraging messages in that TikTok that went viral too that said like, like I love this, like I want to do this, blah blah blah. And that's what made me, like, sign up for the LSAT. And shout out to one of my close friends, Tashana. She's an attorney. Well, she was an attorney in my public defender's office, but she moved to another county. She was on my ass, like, take the LSAT, take the LSAT. You need to start studying. What do you want? Like, I'll help you. I'll find books that you need to get to start studying for it. But, like, you need to get on it. We need more black women attorneys in this world.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, she's right. Her as well as Taylor, she's an attorney in my office as well. Taylor Corn. If she's your attorney, she gonna clear that shit.
Hey, all right, shout out.
But yeah, those are two of my good friends that are attorneys in the field, and you know, they encouraged me to. And then I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So I signed up for the LSAT. I've been studying once
That's
a week. My director of my entire office studies with me once a week for an hour.
Wow.
I know. I'm like, wow. People are like, no one can really say that. Like,
yeah.
They studied with a
like
director.
They're investing in you.
You know, he believes in me. He encourages me. He's a great tutor, a great person to learn from. You know. So I take it in September, and the day before my birthday, that is too, which is.
Do you find out before your birthday if you pass?
So I'll take it on the 9th. My birthday's the 10th. I'm going to Cleveland with my friends.
Hey, I love Cleveland. Hey, you should hit me up. Let me know. I got a couple of good places.
Ooh, okay. I need that. And then my results for my exam score will be the end of September. So, you know, we'll go from there.
That's huge. That's huge. I love women that do multiple things. And like you said, no disrespect to women who do, you know, hold their family down or just rather be like stay at home. I respect that as well. But I really, really have a level of respect for women who do multiple things. It's because I feel like I vibe with it. It could be a Virgo thing. Yeah. It's definitely always been
I never want a man to think I need him or for him to think he can control what I do have.
Exactly.
I was in a past relationship before with someone that we had gone to college together, and then, you know, he went to the NFL, whatever. He had made it to the point where he wanted me to be accessible to his schedule. So it was like, don't work. Do this XYZ. Like, I literally had text messages from this man saying, like, literally expressing like sadness that I was going to a job interview.
Wow.
Like, I'm like, you know, it's not gonna get in the way. Like, I told him that I'm going out of town often to see my boyfriend, whatever. Yeah. And he just was not with it. But then when we broke up, what did I have? Nothing. I had nothing. Like, I came back to Pittsburgh, literally had...
You have you.
Just me and my car and my dog that he left me with. That was his dog. Wow. And I just had to, like, pick up the pieces, you know? Like, and that's why I was like, I will never let myself get to this again. I will never fully depend on a man and expect them to hold their word, which there probably are men that will, but, like, I just... Tell you my husband, I'm not believing shit you say.
I'm with that. I'm with that. I have to say, because you brought up a good point. So it was kind of hard for him to see you going on and living your own life and creating your own life. So what is that like for you? Because you're what I would consider an alpha female. So you're an alpha female. It's not a lot of people think alpha female means you're dominant. You walk in the rooms and you're like, but you're not. Dominant females or alpha females are women who are able to just kind of handle shit. You handle your shit. You don't really need anybody, and you handle it well. Yes. So when a man sees that you have your own thing going on, you have 4 different things going on. How do they react to that? Like, has that ever interrupted your dating life?
No, for me, I've never come across a man that it bothered him. Most guys embrace it and they love it. They're like, I love a hustler. I love a woman that's getting her own. But it does bring along those niggas that think it's a meal ticket. Okay? Because I've even talked to some of my close... A leech, okay? I talked to some of my close friends about this, just like, you know, with me going to law school next year and coming out of law school at... I'll be 31. Okay. 31, 32. I am literally scared to date because now when men know that, like, oh, you're studying for the LSAT, you're going to law school, you're going to be making money, right there,
like, are you looking at me as the breadwinner?
I'm the breadwinner. I'm the meal ticket. Like, I don't like that. And I definitely don't like men who are like, oh, I'm going to keep you around. I might need me a lawyer. Like, I would hope
you need a lawyer for?
What do you need a lawyer for? I love me a street nigga, but I'm going to need you to be not fully street. Okay? Like, we can't be catching cases. I don't have time for that.
Don't mess up my career.
Don't mess up my career. Like,
everything I work for, you're not Angela.
I'm not Angela Valdez. And niggas love calling me that. They do they? I am not Angela Valdez. Never will be. Okay?
I'm fucking weak. So I have one more question for you after talking about everything. So first off, I hope you guys go and check out Kayla's TikTok. Because like I mentioned, I really love her TikTok account. I'm just obsessed with it. I'm going to speak from personal shit real quick. So I personally, I'm also in school, but I struggle sometimes with figuring out my schedule. And sometimes it's easier for me to just be like, you know what, I just kind of want to find that like home with one person who just gets it. And I just kind of roll with it. I'm like, you know what, you are the person that gets it and I'm going to stay here and I'm going to rock with it. And I like you and I like her company and I'm going to move with it. But how is dating? Like, because dating takes a lot of time out of your schedule. How is dating going with all of your multiple hats?
Right now, dating is I feel like dating is not very hard for me, but it's almost somewhat hard, but it's not because of my schedule. I think it's the men that I am going on dates with. Like, okay, I am a physical, my top love language is physical touch, quality time,
Same.
words of affirmation, and then, like, maybe acts, the personal acts ones.
Yeah, acts
and
of
then,
service.
Like, my lowest one is, like, gifts. Like, I do not give a fuck about a gift.
That's my lowest
I'm not
one.
gonna say I don't want a gift because I like a Louis bag.
Drop.
But, like, that's just not proving you love me. Like, I literally just need to spend time with you. So, like, I'm OCD about spending time. And I feel like I've been encountering a lot of men who are like, oh, well, I have to do this, that, and the other. I'll see you tomorrow, this, that, and the other. I'm not used to that.
Okay.
Once we go together. I want to live in your skin. Like, I
What'd
want
you
to
say
be with you
earlier?
every day.
We go together real bad.
Real bad. Like, a man that dates me would never have to wonder if I'm cheating on him or entertaining another man because, baby, I'm going to be up your ass. And I tell guys that up front on dates. Like, I am very much, like, deeply invested and in love. When I like someone and we click, boom.
Yeah.
And I think you could potentially be the one for me, then I'm, like, fully invested. I'm not going to put, you know, my eggs in other baskets. All my friends say that, oh, put your eggs in other baskets. Don't put them all in one. But I'm a sucker and a simp for putting them all in the same basket.
I'm here for that. I
want to be married. I want a ring. I want kids.
Are you going to invite me to the wedding?
Yes.
Okay.
You know?
I love the wedding. I want to be married too. I'm going to invite you to my wedding. I predict by 30 to 31 I'm going to get engaged.
30 to 31.
And I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know.
What age are we at right now?
I'll be 21 in a week.
21?
But this week, actually.
21.
No, I said 21, 29. That's this wine.
I said this bitch is lying to y'all.
This is a fucking wine.
21?
I said, I looked at you straight face. This is
21.
I'll be 21.
Girl, what?
That's how fucking, listen, this wine is fucking me up. But I'll be 29 this week. But I'd rather be in the early 20s.
Yep. Okay. So you think 30, 31?
I just have a feeling, I've been speaking it into existence, that 30 to 31 is going to be the age where I'm going to meet the one. Because I feel like I've been through so much shit.
Oh, you'll at least meet them. Okay.
Or, I think I'll get proposed
or already
to.
have met. Oh.
I think I'm going to have a ring on my finger by 30 or 31. Because I feel like I've seen so much shit, and I'm quick with it. Like, we talked about it earlier, like, we're not messing around. I'm quick turnaround.
Oh my God, that's me. No, my friends, like, it's like an insider lately with all my best friends, because they be like, oh, you know, first off, we call men nicknames. Like, if I met a guy at, 12, or I met a guy at Chase Bank, they gonna call him Chase Bank. How's Chase Bank?
I'm weak. Okay, Chase.
Chase. And it'll be a week later. My friends are like, the first week I'm like, oh my God, y'all, I love him. Like, that's my husband. My friends know I am quick to drop the H word. My coworkers too. They be like, okay, we need you to not call him your husband because we know how that what happens when you do that. So I be like, he my husband, y'all. Like, I think we really going. This might be the one. Week later, I come into work, or I'm talking to my best friends. So how's Mr. Chase Bank? I'm like, girl, I can't stand his ass. He's cut.
He's cut, girl.
He's
That's
cut
me.
off.
That's me all day.
Cause I'm a simp. Like, I really do. But then, like,
but
I also know what I want. So, like, if you do one thing I don't like, cut.
That part. That's what it is. The
I'll
older
waste
you
my
get, the
time.
more you know what you want. And I think that's what's really important. Sometimes, and you might be able to agree with this because of your video, women, I feel like we can really gear our work ethic and our work life. We could tell you exactly what the fuck we want out of our work life. I do this, I do that, I do that, I touch this, I touch that, and I'm doing it fucking well. But dating sometimes can be that one thing that can kind of knock us off our chair. And that's the thing that is kind of like, once you realize what you need in dating, you've broke the level.
True. And I think that comes with maturity, because I would say I didn't get to that until like maybe last year.
Yeah.
I've just got out of a relationship a year and a half ago, maybe longer. I'm not really sure. It was my last serious relationship, but that time I had since then, I grew as a person. Like, yes, I had a hot girl summer last year.
Hey,
I was like, it's fuck these niggas.
the
I don't
knees.
care. Don't care about none of y'all. I'm walking all y'all like a dog. There were so many men that, like, I was going on dates with, and, like, they'd be like, oh, my God, so what are we? And I'd be like, we're friends. We're friends. Ain't shit else. I'm having fun right now. But, like, now I'm, like, knowing what I want. So I'm back to, like, dating and courting, and letting a man take me to dinner and whatever. But, I think that came with maturity. I wasn't sure. But now I know, like, one red flag gone.
I love that.
Ain't got time for him. One red flag. I can't even think about the last red flag a guy gave me, but it was one of them, and I was just like, we don't like him no more.
We don't want him no more.
Deleted number. Oh no, I was seeing someone who was like literally so sweet and so kind.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say who this is, but he is
Please,
sweet and
please
kind.
don't.
He was sweet and kind, and like he definitely gives like potentially could be a great husband, but he's just not there yet in life.
Okay.
And
I had one of those recently.
you
Too.
know, like he just feels like I feel like as Virgos we're attracted to people who need healed and are very broken. And he
That's
gave me
wild. You're
he
right.
gave me
You're
broken.
right.
He gave me very much broken and just
Needing guidance.
needy,
Probably.
like want to see me all the time, which fucked me up because I was like, that's me. Normally, I want to be, you know, up your ass, see you all the time, but coming from a male, it turned me off. I was like,
It's different because then if you feel an obligation, especially if you've been through some shit and you've already tried to help heal somebody, you feel an obligation to have to do it again. And when you're working on yourself and you're working on making sure you're where you need to be, you don't have time to meet that person where they're at or build them up anymore.
Yeah.
Not that we can't help build up men, like, or we're against it.
Right.
I think the biggest thing is when you're a woman at our age and you're doing the things that we're doing, you want to make sure that somebody who you're meeting and mixing and mingling with is at that same level and that you're not having to bring them to your level. It's not fair to you.
And that's what it felt like with this person. They just weren't there yet. Like, you know, one day he might be, but it's just, for me, I had to, like, kind of go ghost and slide out.
I get it. Oh, not the ghost thing.
I can't even remember what his nickname was. Yeah, no, I can't say it because it's going to give away.
I'm done.
So.
Well, I have to say, to wrap us up, your viral TikTok was the shit. I think what you did, a lot of women could be like, yo, I want to do that. And I think it even taught us a lot about you because even myself, like knowing you since like middle school, as I mentioned, like I didn't know all that about you. Like I didn't know you were doing that many things. I seen you in the bottle girl role. I didn't know you was in law school. And that shit's deep.
Well, not yet, but
you damn near Kim K out here, but you better.
Man, I'm trying to be,
you better. I know Kim K's shit too, but you know, it's always different when a black woman's handling her business. I will say that. That part. But you're doing a damn thing, and I'm really happy for you, and I'm glad that you were able to come on the show and kick it with me and talk about all the shit that you're doing.
Yes, I want to come back. I can't wait to come back.
Season two.
Make me just a
help me find him.
That's right. Help me find him. I'm trying to find my husband too.
Okay, that's what we're here for.